Good morning, students. Today we are going to study about our first chapter of NCERT Honeysuckle, Who Did Patrick's Homework? This chapter is written by Carol Moore. In this chapter, there is a character with the name Patrick. Patrick is a very lazy boy. He does not like to do his homework at all. He used to consider doing homework very boring. But he loves to play. So tell me, students, did you like this character? I'm sure you found it amusing. So let's study in detail. Now, I will read the chapter and side by side explain it as well. Patrick never did homework. Too boring, he said. He played hockey, basketball, Nintendo instead. So, Patrick never used to like doing his homework. In fact, he used to consider it very boring. But he loved playing hockey, basketball, Nintendo. His teacher told him, Patrick, do your homework or you won't learn a thing. And that's true. If we won't do our homework, what would we learn? Sometimes he felt like an ignoramus. As you can see, ignoramus is a person who understands the thing a little slow, who lacks education. But what could he do? Patrick hated homework. Then one day he found his cat playing with a little doll and he grabbed it away. To his surprise, it wasn't a doll, but a man of tiniest size. So one day, Patrick found his cat playing with a little creature. Initially, he thought that the cat was playing with a doll, but later on, he got surprised to know that it was not a doll. Instead, it was a man of tiniest size. As you can see in the picture, it's a small man. Patrick was shocked to see such a small creature. He had a little wool shirt with old-fashioned breeches and a high tall hat, much like witches. He yelled, "Save me! Don't give me back to the cat! I will grant you a wish. I promise you that." In this paragraph, the writer has given a little description about the tiny man. As you can see in the picture, the tiny man is wearing a wool shirt with old-fashioned breeches. Here, breeches means trousers. He's also wearing a high tall hat like a witch. He's yelling, "Save me! Don't give me back to the cat." Here, Tiny Man is requesting Patrick to save him from the cat. He's begging him to save his life. In return, he has made a promise that he will grant Patrick a wish. Patrick couldn't believe how lucky he was. Here was the answer to all of his problems. So he said, "Only if you do all my homework till the end of the semester, that's 35 days. If you do a good enough job, I could even get A's." Patrick was so happy. He was so relieved that now there would be someone who can complete his homework on his behalf. He was delighted that all his problems came to an end. He was feeling so lucky after hearing about the wish. So he said, only if the little man would do all his homework till the end of the semester, he will save his life from the cat. Here Patrick got a little greedy. He thought that if Elf would do a good enough job, that means if he will complete all Patrick's assignments and homework on time, then Patrick can also score A grade in his class. And with this thought, Patrick was so excited. The little man's face wrinkled like a dishcloth thrown in the hamper. He kicked his legs and doubled his fists, and he grimaced and scowled and pursed his lips. Oh, am I cursed? But I will do it. Here, wrinkled means folds and wrinkles, which appears on face. Dishcloth means, as you can see, a cloth used for washing dishes. Hamper is a basket. In the first line, the writer has compared the little man's face with a dishcloth. That means a cloth which is used for washing dishes. Why he has compared the face with a dishcloth? Because he wants to show that little man is upset here. He is upset with the Patrick's condition of doing homework. He got very angry. He started kicking his leg. He also doubled his fist. Fist means our hand. When our fingers are bent towards inside and held tightly. These are the reactions we show when we are in anger. And he grimaced and scowled and pursed his lips. Grimaced means when you are in pain, when you dislike something very strongly. And scowled means, again, when you are displeased, unhappy, and angry. As you can see, students, Elf was very much upset with the condition. But as he had no option, he said, Oh, am I cursed? Cursed means ill-fated, being unlucky. He started feeling bad about himself, but he had to agree. So he said, I will do it. So now Patrick was happy because little man was about to complete all his homework. And true to his word, that little elf began to do Patrick's homework. Except there was one glitch. The elf didn't always know what to do, and he needed help. Help me, he'd say. And Patrick would have to help in whatever way possible. Here it says that the little man was an honest man. He was true to his words. So, as per the promise, he started doing Patrick's homework. Except there was one glitch. That means there was only one problem in doing so. The elf didn't know about anything. He was not aware about any of the homework. He was not familiar with any of the subject. So every time he started doing homework, he used to cry and shout, Help me, help me. And every time it was Patrick who had to help him in all the possible ways. I don't know this word, the little elf squeaked while reading Patrick's homework. Get me a dictionary. No, what's even better? Look up the word and sound it out by each letter. This means while doing homework, Elf used to get panic. He became upset and started shouting. Here, squeaked means a shrill cry when you're in pain. So Elf started saying, I don't know this word. Get me a dictionary. He started giving orders to Patrick. He asked him to get a dictionary and look the words for him. He asked him to look up the words and read it out as well. So, as you can see, children, Elf definitely fulfilled his promise, as he was a man of his words. But it made Patrick's life really miserable because he was doing his homework, but every time he shouted for help. Every time he asked Patrick to sit along with him and help. So, we'll continue the chapter in the next session. Till then, goodbye. Have a nice day.